Hey everybody, welcome back to Uncle Taylor's Wild Ride. I'm your host, Uncle Taylor. I apologise for the lack of content the last couple of weeks. I've had a lot of events on, and I haven't been doing too well recovery-wise, and I've started some new medications that are helping fix that problem, but it's still not being exactly the most straightforward experience that I could have asked for. I appreciate your patience, but we're here finally with F1 Manager 24. I've watched a lot of content creators already play this, so I'm looking to try and get on board with it. Obviously, I got it as soon as it came out, but obviously I've been so inundated with things in my personal life that these things have to take precedence sometimes, you know? So, I've been focusing myself on that, but I'm here and I'm ready to absolutely give it my all. I've just read the patch notes that got updated just under a week ago now, so I know everything is operational and ready. There's no crashing that's going to happen. Let's get straight into it. Let's get into our creator team mode.
Formula One, a new season and a new dawn as a brand new team lines up on the grid. That means an even harder challenge to secure that coveted championship silverware as the on-track action is turned right up to 11. We're ready for excitement ahead as the teams return to the drawing board in the battle to end Red Bull's dominance. They'll need to balance their aspirations for high performance with the risk of pushing too far and inviting catastrophic failures out on the track. With many drivers on the last year of their contracts, team principals will need to ensure that they're kept in the right mindset across the whole season, as well as managing sponsor demands and protecting their most valuable assets from the prying eyes of their rivals. As a new competitor enters the fray, anything is possible. This is Formula One.
As always, Crofty with a wonderful introduction there. Cool, so we are going to jump straight into it. We're going to define our own story. I don't like the options that were there, so I've already seen some gameplay playthrough. So I think we are going to start with the Ferrari option, my story, my own individual story. I'm just going to call it Uncle Taylor Racing. Don't know why it's not appearing. Yep, and that's why. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, so then we'll go UTWR Racing. There we go. We've already selected our preset. I'm going to go ahead and just make some edits, and I'm going to cut back here. That way we're not going to waste a whole lot of time on this video of unnecessary conversational stuff, guys. Okay, so everything you can see here is level 2 and 1 level 1. We've got this little starting point here, so we're not going to be the complete worst team on the grid. And that's one thing I want to stress. As much as I love a Road to Glory simulation, I'm going to just keep it a little bit easier and kick it off with some kind of starting point. Maybe we can even reduce some of these down a little bit. That way we have a little bit more of a challenge. But for the lion's share, we're going to have majority level 1. As you can see here, we can't change any of these. I can reduce them, of course. But I might as well keep them there if they're already built in. We got none of these facilities here, so that'll be the first things that we build. And that's everything here for the facilities side of life. Car's performance we are going to decrease as well, so we're going to not be, again, the worst car on the grid, but we're also not going to be the best car on the grid either. So that's at least a good starting point. Alrighty, so we've gone ahead and we've picked our team. So we've gone with a lot of youth, nowhere near as high as we possibly can go. I've seen a lot of people do bigger and better. So these are very moderate kind of looking team. Frederick Vesti and Mickey Schumacher, for those who have been long-time fans of the series, I am a massive Michael Schumacher fan, so this slots right in perfectly to what I was looking for. So now we get to pick what drivetrain I'm going to go with. So we can go with a Ferrari. We would massively downgrade if we go into a Renault. We would see a decent dip in the power and the fuel efficiency. However, there is a big benefit there that comes with the engine durability. And the same boat goes into the Hondas, but as you know, I'm a Ferrari fan. We'll stick with our Ferrari engine. I'm going to quickly customise this. We'll come straight back to this next part here. Alrighty, that's our fit we're going for. So keeping very much the ethic of Uncle Taylor's Wild Ride with the colours and that scheme kind of thing. Now the last thing we need to do is make myself. So let's do that. Okay, so let's get into it, kids. I'm going to make a little bit of trimming here, but we are ready to rock and roll and get into it. So, without further ado, let's do it. We're keeping everything just at the default settings, so nothing too severe. I've been waiting a long time to play this, truly, so this is going to be good. There's our first achievement. Green gets up to 11. Alright, first things first, welcome to the racing. Yes, this is my team. This is who we are. Okay, let's have a look at some of these facilities. We've got 25 million in the bank. We need to build some of these because it'll help us get some better sponsors, but it'll also help us especially with the touring, to try and actually get some money to come in. So first things first, we are going to work on the car. That's absolutely the first thing we've got to do. So we're going to design a couple of new parts here. So comparing it to, actually not much you can compare it to, I guess. So it's alright. So our next ATR period resets in 2 weeks. So we're going to pump a little bit into these because we know what's coming. We'll keep it 30 and 3. I think anything's going to be improvement, so we're going to keep it just the way this is here. Put 5, make it intense. It will cost us more money, but it will help us in the long term. As much as money is a critical thing in this game, and without knowing what the future's going to hold for our team in terms of our development, we'll just work it out and we'll see. We're going to increase this. So we'll give a little bit more hours to that. 31 hours in the wind tunnel. Yeah, we'll keep it balanced again as well. Like I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. This is very early days. 5.4 million. We'll just do as a normal this time around because I don't want to throw all my money directly into the fire, of course. The next thing we're going to look at is the... I don't know, actually. Let's go for the suspension is a critical one. Let's do the underfloor. And we'll chuck the rest of our time in that we've got remaining. And that'll help our drag reduction massively. We've got almost 10% benefit. Yeah, let's see. Can I do... Now we'll keep it balanced. We're quite happy with that. I mean, we don't gain a great deal of speed more, but again, this all helps. How much this time? Now 3 million. I'm happy with that. 3 million. It sounds like I'm spending a lot of money up front, but from what I've been able to look at and see with these cars, it's definitely not a it's not a sleigh. Now, I've got to edit our look. That's the one thing I didn't do, actually. So I'm going to set this up and have a look and see just where I can, just what looks decent. Obviously, I've paid for a starting point. This looks actually very close to what I'm looking for. So you know what? I'm just going to keep it exactly like this one here. So I'm going to back out, and I'm very happy with our color scheme. So I'm going to keep that. There we go. loose style, so now we're looking good for that. Overall mentality is unhappy with the drivers. Well, yeah, of course, because they're kids. Like, you gotta give it time, mate. You know, you look after them. Alrighty, full steam ahead. Let's get this going. Bahrain's in 2 weeks. We'll quickly update the helipad. Keep on updating that. It's not a lot amount of money to spend to get it updated. It makes us just a little bit more appealing to sponsors and that kind of stuff. Now we're obviously nowhere going to be near the beginning of our up the front. That is, I should say. Oh, hang on. Okay, so now we're going to pick some funding opportunities. So what's that? You know, I think we're just going to keep it basic at the moment, because I just don't see us having a massively successful season. Now just got to see where we're going to see the improvements and just work out the finances, so we're actually able to have some kind of competitiveness. Oh, Serpent actually don't want anything kind of in return, so that's going to help, nor do Firearm Star. So this is where we're going to make the bulk of our cash. Okay, so that is all set up. So 68.5 million in funding that we are going to get. Okay, sponsor plan. So this is where we have to organize all this stuff, and it's going to just do a little bit of impacting. Okay, so we'll do one of that. And this one, man, it's going to be exceeded by 1,079. So I can reduce one of these, and I still exceed it, and I'm not going to lose too much performance on the boys in the car, so that's good. So I'm going to keep it at that. I think that's going to work. So that's good. Alright, full steam ahead. Let's get on with this. We're going into Bahrain. 2 facilities have been fixed, the tour centre and the boardroom. They've both been constructed, so we're ready to rock with them. So where are we sitting here? So we're not sitting too bad, but not sitting too good either. So we will see how this looks soon enough. Let's do another upgrade of the tour center. So we're getting 50k per hit. It's costing us 4,500 in maintenance. Is that? No, that's boardroom, sorry. No level upkeep, but just profit margins, 50,000. So that's not too bad. Okay, our first strategy prep. Sorry. No rain, of course. It's in Bahrain. There's not going to be any rain, but it's not going to be hot either. Okay, so what we're going to do, because we're going in blind, I'm going to set up our objective here to be 20th or higher for both cars. I think that's a reasonable look. I'm not going to. I will show you any highlights of free practice 1. Hang on.
F1 is back, ladies and gentlemen, and the grid is set to grow. A new season is upon us as Formula One returns to the Middle East, ready to kick things off here in Bahrain. But change is afoot. The paddock has grown, the grid extended. Yes, that's right, 11 teams, 22 drivers, and the hottest competition motorsport has to offer. And keep an eye out for a new face this weekend, as we prepare to see a debutant take to the track. Now let's crack on with the weekend.
Alrighty guys, so here we go. We're going to get straight into our journey today. As I said to you, I'm not going to be showing much of free practice or anything like that. The main highlights will be qualifying and those kind of things that people want to see. But I want to be in control of this experience, so I will go off and do this, and I look forward to seeing you for qualifying. Alrighty, now that qualifying is ready,
our weekend continues with qualifying, as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tyres. Teams will need to use their tyre allocations wisely.
Now, Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
They were looking pretty sharp in practice and setting good lap times. so they're probably feeling fairly confident now. But a good practice time doesn't always guarantee a strong qualifying outcome.
What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
Alrighty, here comes qualifying. So our goal is to get out of Q1. That's the only goal we've got. That's the only goal that I want. As you can see, what tyres I've used for mix. So we've got 4 set of fresh softs. We got 1 medium and we got 1 hard for the race. Ideally, we would just want to use at least just keep it to 1, maybe 2 in Q1. And if we get lucky in Q2, we'll do a lap and we'll see where we sit. And if we don't sit anywhere good, then we don't sit anywhere good. That's all we could ask for. The one thing I've got to do, and what I usually do, is have a practice engine and have practice parts and race parts. So I prefer to try and utilize that system, and that way, longevity wise, that keeps our cars running longer in a year. You know, granted any crashes that may happen or anything like that. So we obviously hope that doesn't happen, but I prefer to keep two separate components. 2 separate components to make it easier for us. Alright, let's get into qualifying. Alright, it looks like we'll get a bit of a tow here from the Racing Bull. The Visa Cash App, whatever you want to bloody call them. We are going to take manual control, I prefer that.
Let's focus on the warm-up.
And we're just going to try and get these tyres warmed up. And then we'll put it straight back down to light. My screen just blacked out and I just feared my recording wasn't being done, so let's quickly fix that up.
Okay, mate, overtake's available.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, kids. We hit our top speed perfectly well. It seems like, yeah, so we're an open air running. Perfect. Tyres are well and truly up to temperature now, which is great. Obviously, we are going to set the fastest sectors at the moment. Oh, Vesti's quicker. By how much? 27.4 plays... Oh, okay. Incremental. So it's about... What? 4 hundredths of a second? No, not even that, sorry. I'm not good at this stuff. I never am. Is it tenths? 2/10 of a second difference between Schumacher and Vesti, something like that, I think. So look at this new helicopter mode. Actually, that looks pretty smick. Actually, I don't mind the look of that. Schumacher's gone purple in the second sector, and stays purple in the purple sector. 41.0, 41.1. So that's a significant difference. So Schumacher seems to be fastest in the second sector. As he comes to the line, minute 31.9, huh? Okay.
See if we can focus on recharge, please.
Not much in it, and Hamilton goes fastest. We are 800ths slower than than the fastest. So again, our aim is to get out of Q1. So a little bit of time passed now. We are 2 seconds slower. So it's going to go close in our first race if we are going to be inside, get out of Q1. Anything's honestly possible here, and we still got a couple cars to come. Alrighty, here we come for our final lap. We are going to get a little bit of traffic towards the end of our runs from what it looks like. But nothing,
good job. No more lift and coast required.
Nothing that we can't handle. Godspeed, boys. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. What can we bring out of the car? What sectors are we able to improve on? If we are to improve, we want to see greens across the board of improvement. We are not actually, I don't think we're going to get too much traffic, at least for Vesti. Mick might get a little bit of traffic towards the end, but hopefully those Mercedes will improve a little bit and they will start their run sooner. Yellow in the first sector for Schumacher, yellow in the first sector for Vesti. So it's not good. It's not good at all. We need to improve by 0.013 of a second. And I feel like it's something the boys should be able to try and pull out. But let's see. Again, this is our first race, so anything's possible. Come on, improvement. No improvement. If anything, he's slower. How is he slower? He's got open running, full deployment, brand new fucking tyres. Vesti's improved a little bit, so that's good. He might be able to be the one that gets us out of Q1, and that'd be great. Come on, Mick. Come on, Mickey boy. Pull your hat out. Doesn't improve. Does not improve. So at this point, Mick is out and Vesti's out. They're both out of Q1. All we hope is we don't slip too far down. Let's keep it at the end, which we will. We were inside qualifying. Damn it. I forgot, because with the extra team, it's P16 and beyond. We got pipped on the line by Hulkenberg. Max Verstappen takes out qualifying this time round by about 200ths of a second to Lando. Then Piastri, Carlos, and Leclerc. Perez is P6. Yuki Tsunoda with the surprise of coming P9. Lance Stroll finishing P10, and Hamilton and Fernando P7, P8. Ricciardo looks like he missed out by a substantial margin there to getting into second, unless... No, he didn't actually. Tsunoda just got through. Very lucky that he did. We got very unlucky. We got very harshly done by, and we would have been faster. We would have been faster in Q2. Oh well. Oh well.
Here in Sakir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Okay, here we go. So P17, P18. You notice we can't swap the drivers, of course. It'd be nice if we could. We're going to build a strategy. So we're going to have a look. It's definitely going to be a two-stop race. Mick's got the soft tyre. That's the difference. What is the difference in timing, though? Or does it? There is no difference, actually. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to put Mick on, because Mick seems to be the slower car. So we'll put Mick on this option B, and what we'll do, we'll tweak this slightly because tyre durability and all. It's 0.003. I think that's probably going to be the way to go. So we'll go option B, and we can adjust this on the fly too, so I'm not fully concerned about it. And what we are going to do is... Oh, actually, this strategy looks pretty decent. We might need something longer, if that makes sense. Yeah, and then what we'll do, we'll extend this stint Well, that should decrease it. No. Drive harder. Not for the whole race. It's actually going to be faster if we do it that way. Okay, so we're all set up. We are going to slightly underfuel the car. You know what? In our first race, we probably won't. We'll keep it all the same. All right, let's get into the race.
You're witnessing a new chapter. This is it. 22 cars on the grid. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, quickly turn up everything, which I continuously forget on every single game I play with this, to update this for an aggressive attack from the get-go. I need to see... Oh, yep. High aggression overtakes, just for the opening laps. And then we will go back to normal. We'll put on the helicopter mode. Sorry, here we go.
That's needed. That's good.
The Vesti's on the soft, so he should be faster. Look at this, we're at the back, stuck with all this slow-moving traffic. And Vesti loses 3 spots. What are you doing, mate? Overtake him here on the straight at least for us, will you? So we let him run. Let's turn down the aggressiveness of the tyre. Let's balance the fuel. We'll still be in deployment mode. He is far back, Mick. Come on, Mickey boy. Actually, we'll attack just a little bit.
Let's start to push. Copy.
What are they running up front? Okay, so that they're on softs. There's only a handful of medium drivers, including Mick. Can't believe Vesti lost those places. My God.
Near end is enabled.
Let's see what we can do here once we get onto the straight. Let's turn up our fuel mode a bit. Let's turn on the attack because we should be well within the DRS zone. Yes, we are.
You've got the pavement. Let's full pressure.
Let's get around him. Get around him. Let's just pull that to your right. No, okay, we're not going to do that. Mick's been overtaken for P16 by Magnussen. We are within DRS, it looks like, for both of these drivers now, but already Vesti is starting to slip away ever so slightly, so we are going to put through our attack mode. Let's see if he does catch up to him. Flying past him as Bottas is trying to overtake Mick, and he does. As much as I don't want Mick to lose, Vesti is on the faster tyre, so we have to consider all things here for that. Just going to reduce this slightly so we can bring down some of that tyre wear. We still are in an attacking position. Let's see what he can do, Vesti. So at some point tonight, today, we are going to have to do some fuel management. I think a little bit, unless there's a safety car that gets pulled out.
We need to start getting a little bit quicker.
But we'll find out. Schumacher is down to P21. But again, he is driving on the medium. Vessi seemed to have got
Let's
overtook
take a look at the replay.
Magnussen.
Now we're watching the action closely here.
Bit of a cluster here. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff.
And the overtake is made.
And we got the DRS as well. So it helps us pull away even more as we should. Oh, Alex Albon.
So heading into turn 1 here.
Down the back of the main straight. There's us in the back.
On the brakes. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
That wasn't that bad, actually. That's pretty tame. That's pretty tame. Schumacher's overtaken Zhu. And this is what I mean. Like, as these tyres for our competitors start to kind of drop off a bit, we are going to be in a stronger position as pitting begins. The end goal, and what I've been able to see from everybody that has been playing these playthroughs, we're not going to be able to progress much until at least past Spa, so about August. So we got a fair while to get used to these kind of low-scoring kind of positions. Vesti's overtaken Albon, so we are moving up. Frederick is doing his job, and that's what is just sublime to see. Great overtake on the straight there. P15 for him. If we can finish around that P15 mark, we will have a great outing. But Vesti so far seems to be the more aggressive kind of driver in that respect. There is a gap between him and Sargent, so we are going to be battling Albon just a little bit as this event goes on, but we are starting to pull away slowly, as I can see here on the timing charts. Schumacher's overtaken Ocon, so that's good. Good overtake. Bit of an aggressive one, but very well done, Mick. So that pushed up to P20, I think that was? P19. P19, as some of the drivers are starting to pit. These tyres aren't going to make it to the end for Vesti, so I'm a bit concerned for the longevity of his drive. So we're going to bring the tyre down a little bit, change it back up again now that the air is cooled. Oh, Ocon's got a mechanical fault. This is the first time we're seeing this in our game, so this is good.
Deployment.
So ERS deployment seems to be having an issue.
You ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, we've entered the pit window, so now we're going to do a little bit more aggressive driving. We're going into another stint.
Try to go faster.
We are going to go into another stint. Look at this, Ocon is so slow. Schumacher should be able to actually get him here, I reckon. If he's having a deployment issue, I would assume it's ERS. I would assume it, but we need to overtake him.
Alright, buddy, push.
So let's see, hopefully we'll get him on the straight. We'll just get ready. Vesti's overtaken Sonoda. Okay, interesting. And then now we'll just try and pull away and catch up here. Good job. We've overtaken Ocon, and we're going to try to hunt down Gasly, which we are right on the curbs, right on the door for him. We are attacking. Let's see what he's able to do here. Get the helicopter mode out again. This will be it. This will tell if we are going to be able to, if we are quick enough to overtake him here. As Vesti is pulling into his P16 at the moment. No cars are pitting just now, so we've got a bit of gap. Vesti overtook. Good job. Good job.
Lift and coast is required for temperature. Overtake is available.
Well done in the overtake. Well done in the overtake. And I'm only deploying the ERS just so we're able to have enough of a buffer / gap for it. So we see Sonoda obviously is on the fresher tyre, so that was always going to be a reality. So now we'll fast forward to our next pit, and looks like we are going to have to pit. We're pitting any lap now. I think it's going to happen. Here it is, because we were struggling on that one. We've got fresh tyres, so we'll be able to use them. Fresh softs, I should say.
Hey, box. Alright, copy that.
Alright, Vesti's coming in for his first pit stop. Our first pit stop of our entire career mode. So let's have a look and see how good we got it. So that's a P16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll probably drop down to P21, give or take. As Hulkenberg's also pit for some fresh tyres. Good stop, 2.7. So we might just hold on here for P21, P20 actually, good. And we're going straight into an aggressive tack as well. So as soon as we get our tyres and get everything sorted, we'll do a little bit of an aggressive outlap just to try and catch up to the cars up ahead. Gasly seems to have fixed his mechanical fault, I believe. As Mick's in P13, and with a considerable difference as well, but Hulkenberg will catch up because obviously he's just pit. So that's what we are anticipating at this point. And we've definitely caught up, so I'm going to reduce the speed on the tyre, but we are going to continue an aggressive ERS.
Yep, copy that.
That ERS deployment seems to be working wonders for us right now, as we are in lap 21 of this race. As you can see, we are going all out attack. We are pushing hard. After this straight, though, I am going to reduce the amount of ERS we're chucking.
Fine.
Fuel efficiency seems to be really good too, so I am going to push a little bit on these cars,
No lift to coast
on our
required.
engine and our fuel, sorry, because it looks like we're not going to be needing to worry about it towards the end of the race. So that's a good thing, I'll take that. As Vesti's already caught right up to Magnussen and Gasly. They are on the medium tyre, respectively for both of them. Mick still is the only one that actually hasn't pit at this point. And the only one who hasn't pit for Mick. Let's get him down the end. So we are going to probably come out last. Good time, 2.6. And I think, if I'm correct,
So we're close on pit exit.
we've been lapped. We've already been lapped. Defending as if we're defending the championship there, that's funny as. Alright, we've got to punch a little bit of power up into this, as we are now the back marker. Unfortunately,
Car back is Joe.
we are the back
Gap
marker.
1.1.
So,
30 laps to go.
a little bit of power.
Good to push.
Racing, we're going to harvest again for Mick just a little bit. We got no one really behind us at the moment, so that's okay, because we are last. We are one of the last places on this race. As it looks like Bottas has caught right up. Norris had lock up as well on turn one. Let's have a look at
Here
that.
we go, heading into turn one. Well, you can see the lockup. What caused that, I wonder?
It's not as bad. Not as bad. So that's okay. Oh, now our pit window has opened up again. It's very close with the back markers and us. So we need to organise this. This is our last pit stop. We are going to go on to the medium tyre.
Exit now.
Good stop. Be good stop. 2.7. That's good. Schumacher's getting ready for his next pit stop as well, so that's going to help. Vesti's fallen back to P20. However, we should be able to make a little bit of money moves upwards, as long as we're not P20. That's a little bit higher than that. I think that's a successful outing. And because this is our medium tyre, this will last. These will last a while.
Come on, mate.
So we'll just increase this a little bit. We're now inside our window. Oh, I forgot all about that.
Remember, we need the tires for long. Yeah, copy.
Let's get close if we can.
We're going to be
Recharge on.
We're going to fall pretty much to P21. So we'll need this next stint to be sub 2.8, that's okay. That's okay. We're not going to be dead last, but we are going to be back a bit, so that's the only issue I can foresee.
Try to keep the tires cool. Sorry.
No lift and coast required from our side at the moment.
So this needs to be somewhat an aggressive outlap to try and make up the time. What's Ocon driving on? We'll be able to catch Bottas, so this will be P20. We'll get some good bonus money if we're able to get into this position. Alright, let's turn this down a little bit. Let's save some fuel. Let's save these tyres for Mick. They're going to see us out to the end of the race. That should see us hopefully come up in the P20. There we go. P20, there it is. We are catching up to Ocon as well. Just not as fast as I think I was hoping for. We'll do some deployments. And sort of try and save some of this ERS. We have 10 laps to go at this point. 10 laps to go from now. There we go. Now we're starting to catch up to Magnussen. There it is with Mick. Overtakes Ocon.
And it was Mick Schumacher involved. The gap opens up for them.
Oh, just pushes him wide and just says, "Get the fuck out of my swamp."
To 19.
And we get the RS, and we get the DRS too, which is great. So P19 and P17 at this point, as we're talking. We're trying to catch up to Magnussen. I'm going to just fast forward again just a little bit here. Oh. What happened? What happened? He just down to P18. What happened?
Copy that, copy that.
Spun out. Oh no. Where'd he spin?
Now we're
How'd he
watching
spin?
the action closely here. Whoa, and there it goes. Oh, dearie me, you don't want to be doing that.
God damn it. Well, we're on for a really good finish there, but now it looks like it's all just about ruined.
Nice
Oh well.
push, come on.
Oh well. What can we do? There's nothing we can say. There's nothing we can do. We're not driving. We've caught back up.
Temperature's looking good for me. 6 laps after this. In good pace.
And if we're able to overtake these two, Vesti's got around him, so that's great. I think it's a yellow flag.
Got car off.
Yellows into that area.
I wonder
There's
what's
a yellow
happened.
flag now.
Hamilton's spun out, huh? I mean, it doesn't affect us because we've been lapped twice, I think. But interesting.
See if we can push up.
I see you've got the pavement. Let's put pressure.
See, we've got a wall because we're still lapped. As soon as it hits last lap, there it is.
Overtake available.
Okay, copy.
Yeah, okay.
It's on Verstappen's final lap. Where is he? I think he's behind us. Yeah, so we are going to see a little bit of decrease in that. So I'm just going to turn down this until we get to the main straight.
Overtake available.
Let's try and set a fast lap. Or just try and catch up some more.
Copy. 2 more laps.
Copy.
We're trying to catch up. We might just get back up to P16 here. Vesti might just get us back into P16. Unless Schumacher can overtake. Because he's got the faster tyre. Is he gonna try?
Gap 0.2.
Yes, he is. And good
Head down.
racing by the team. Good racing by the team.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner. And there it is, the Dutchman, Max Verstappen, has taken first.
First place goes to Max Verstappen.
Can't say they didn't earn it. They put in an amazing performance today.
Yeah, they say that. They can say that. So now it's really, it's down to. I'm just going to quickly reduce that because it looks like we're about to run out of fuel for him. If we can get around Magnussen, it's a job well done. Quickly going to pause. Let's see. Aggressive overtake.
Right, head down. We'll leave you to it.
Copy.
And we did get over him. Just going to bring that fuel down.
Okay, let's keep that lift and coast up, please.
Copy.
Yeah, lift and coast, lift and coast. Oh, the aggression is high. Come on, get around him. Get around him. Good stuff. Come on, hold him out. Hold him out. Big defense.
Fighting behind.
Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. P16,
Okay, let's
P17.
check the flag. Okay, so finished the 16. Good job.
Now on to the next one.
On to the next one, man. That's how we do it.
Yeah, car is great. Thank you.
All right, that's our first race in the books.
We see Mick Schumacher now after a challenging race.
And for them, it's P16 and no points from today's race.
Which again, I'd still prefer that.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
That gives them their first win of the season, and it was really well deserved.
And we've certainly kicked things off in style here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Well, Karoon, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And that is about that for this weekend's action here in Bahrain.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, the next race, that is going to be a tough one for us, I feel. I'm quite happy with that first outing from the boys. We went up one position. We didn't change too much. It didn't look like we were going to actually see out all the action there, but I'm glad that we were able to get back up to a point somewhat. The situation exists now where we still get some money from sponsors. Oh, excuse me. We'll get some sponsorship money, which is going to help us. 784,000 that we've gotten just from this weekend. So that is good. That's a great start. Helipad's updated. I'm going to update that again. Oh, I can't. Okay, sweet. Oh yeah, we'll do some reduction. Let them have a breather. We don't want to hurt them any more than we have to in terms of their efficiency and that kind of stuff. So that's good. That's a decent first outing. We've got a race coming up in 4 days, so not a lot of time to turn around. We've got a brand new testing period, so now that's ready to go. We've still got more of our stuff, so we're not going to really see any potential upgrades until maybe potentially after Australia, because we've got 13 days for the chassis to finish up, 14 days for the underfloor, and then 22 days respectively for that. We lost a lot of our staffers because we had to commit unfortunately to some things, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's have a look. What I'd like to see is calendar. Yeah, so if it finishes up even 13 days. 13 days takes us to here, and then we're going to try and manufacture. So we're not going to really see any potential upgrades to at least Japan. So it's going to be a rough couple of races, but as long as we stay committed, we should hopefully see it out and not have too much negativity. So we'll see how that goes. But for this video, guys, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for coming and watching along with me today, and playing along and hopefully enjoying your time. This is going to be a slow burn for me. So obviously between my work duties and personal life duties, I aim to try and release as much content as possible. However, work and my health right now come first. But I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing your reactions to this video. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending where you are, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. See you guys.